also, you're just saying, well, he's not going to succeed at YouTube because of that one clip in one video? Okay. Where's your guide? Where's your course on how to blow up on YouTube and maintain a following and get views? Like, I didn't see it in your Twitter bio, but you must know something that I don't, and that Grade A Under A certainly doesn't, because, I mean, if you're just, you know, that confident that he's not going to perform well with his new content, I'd love to know why. But let's just say you're right, because he has made anti-SJW videos before, like this one, Political Correctness Manual 2019. Is he even wrong with the parody that he's doing of these people? Like, half the stuff in this video is literally stuff that I see on Twitter on a daily basis.
Whatever you do, someone somewhere will be offended by it. And it's true, isn't it? Listen, right, being politically correct used to be easy as fuck. But in 2018, right, a few extra things have been added to that list. No spreading your legs on public transport, no wearing clothes from other cultures, no explaining things, God forbid you have a penis and have a better job than a woman, no being what? Now, fuck here, now, it's like you can't brush your teeth anymore without someone seeing it as sexist somehow, do you know what I mean?
And the point that he makes here is completely true, because from, like, I don't know, 2010 to 2019, there was a lot more things that got, you know, added to being politically correct. And now from 2018 to 2024, 6 years later, there's even more requests from people as, like, how you should behave and what you can and can't say. Is that, like, yeah, he's not changed. They're basically mad at him for not being a grifter. Like, because he doesn't accept the fact that, like, there's people who want to be called Z-Zer, that makes him, like, conservative? How does that make sense? He just hasn't changed his mind on certain issues since 2018. I mean, I'm glad everybody else under the age of 20 has, because of the, you know, pandemic and stuff, but that's not, he's just not grifting. No one needs him to do that. And so tweets where they're like, well, he used to be so progressive and he used to love gay people, and now he doesn't. It's like, well, no, you guys just went, like, too far progressive. Like, you guys progressed so far to the point where you're just now sounding completely retarded and you're losing people that you normally have on your team, like Gray. OMG, man is scared of pronouns. I thought he was done. I'm afraid to look back at his videos to see what I liked, because I do not want to cringe on my past self. Is this really what we're going with? Is this the angle you want to play, that he's, like, scared of pronouns or something? How does that work in your brain? Like, someone says, oh, I think this way that you're trying to modify the English language because you're mentally ill is stupid, and then you respond with, like, huh, yeah, you must be so scared of my swagger. No, actually, I'm just very off-put and generally concerned by the society, and I think, frankly, you should be locked in a cage. I just don't get how people are so upset about this, because in the replies of the tweet, I'm seeing, like, some people being like, he's washed up, I don't care, he's stuck in 2016. But then they also go on to, like, make a big issue about what he's posting today. So either you care or you don't care. Which one is it? Like, if you didn't care, you probably wouldn't be posting it. But these people are making a big issue about it in the replies of a YouTuber who allegedly is so washed up they could have ignored it, but they chose not to. I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense.
And it's not just the word man-card either. We here at Drunken Atheist Studios have received complaints from some feminist viewers about some other words they don't like. So let's hear from them, since they've suddenly become so fucking important nowadays. I went to my doctor for depression and vaginal irritation, right? And he sent me to someone called a therapist. Excuse me? I personally find it kind of sexist and misogynistic, right? That the opposite of sadness is called happiness. Happiness. What are you trying to say? That you can't be happy unless you got happiness? This patriarchy has suffocated me, man. If you ask me, right, the word global triggers and offends me, because I'm a flat earther. What? Yeah, me too, man. And I know that the earth's not a globe. Okay, that's just retarded.
I mean, I get the humor is subjective, but there is a reason this guy has almost 4 million subs. That is usually, to most people, I'd say, pretty funny. You know, you just find someone at random, show them that clip. I guarantee you'll get at least a bit of a smirk, a bit of a smile. Then you have these people, you know, on Twitter that they don't have that smile. Okay, they have the opposite. They get very upsetty spaghetti, and you gotta just, like, nurture them. Hey, it's okay. Hey, I know you're upset, but it'll be all right. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk about this whole Grade A Under A situation. Go check out this channel if you want. But yeah, with that all being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. All my social medias installed down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Well, we're surrounded by all of our toys, just like our characters on the nerd.
Yep, let's see if it crashes the computer. I just put a new graphics card in, so I'm hoping that my problems are fixed.
No, it's not. Welcome to my
'Cause this game has been crashing my computer a lot when I try to stream it.
We're back in the waiting room, which means it's that time again where we make a video that'll get a quarter of the views that our normal videos get.
1/8 of the views.
But you know what? If it gets some more people to watch the movie we're going to talk about, then it'll be worth it.
So this video is an addendum to our Kyle Gallner triple feature spectacular video, which came up last year, where we praise the recent works of film icon Kyle Gallner.
Yes.
And the reason being, I went down a Kyle Gallner rabbit hole. So I watched all these Kyle Gallner films, and of course, as we explain in our Kyle Gallner triple feature spectacular, Jay's history with Kyle Gallner, he was his stand-in. Well, he was going to be his stand-in on the
I was hired to be a stand-in, and I did it for about half a day.
Yeah, well, you showed up.
I showed up,
And,
and then I never showed up again.
but I watched, I think, 4 Kyle Gallner films, and I recommended them to you. You watched 3, and for some reason passed on Dinner in America. I don't know
Oh, I thought we didn't know about it yet when we did that
why. No, I
episode.
had seen it.
Oh, okay.
And,
See, I don't even remember you mentioning that, because what happened was that episode came out, and then I started to see people recommending, like, oh, if you like Kyle Gallner stuff, you should see this movie, Dinner in America.
Right.
And that kept coming up. So I didn't realize you had seen it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I did.
Damn it.
And,
Oh, okay.
And I was like, watch, I think we discussed that 2 would be weird,
Yeah.
4 would be too many, and that it should be a triple feature spectacular.
Yeah. Well, and the 3 that we did all came out right around the same time. Dinner in
Yes.
America was a couple years old.
I think we might have dismissed it because of the release date, because it came out in 2020. I think it was a pandemic disaster, basically.
I mean, that might attribute to the fact that a lot of people haven't heard of it, which is why we're here today.
Yeah.
Because I bought the UK Blu-ray of it. Arrow Video put out a Blu-ray of it. It doesn't have a US release, but all the bonus features on it are like Film Fest Q&As, but it's all during 2020, so it's all over Zoom. It's virtual film festivals, and it's all right out of our recent Nerd Crew video.
Zoom Nightmare.
Zoom Nightmare, talking over each other and technical problems.
And everybody can hear me yet? Sure, yeah. Can everyone hear each other? Someone still has, JP, you have a strange, you're not on camera. Can you
Yeah, I don't know why.
You gotta hit the video
wait.
button.
There you
go.
Oh, I can't hear you. There's no audio. It's the exact same thing that we just refound. But I didn't know that when we did our Nerd Crew video. It's just a coincidence. Because I just watched this stuff like yesterday.
They're sleeping.
Oh, she's crazy. He's 20. He's half deaf. So I actually had my door closed. The other was walking forward.
But the point being, this was a movie that came out a couple years ago, right in my kind of wheelhouse, but I hadn't even heard of it. And I don't think a lot of people have because of the time it came out.
Yeah.
Just lots of movies kind of fell through the cracks at that time.
I think so.
Which is a shame because I loved it. Fuck!
I looked at the box office, and it made, worldwide, it made $22,000.
Oh my lord.
And it was only released in the Netherlands.
Mm.
And that might be a pandemic situation where all the movie theaters weren't.
They ended up just putting it on streaming, and we don't know what it made from that, of course.
Right. But it has a lot of wins from film festivals, probably most of which were online at the time. But a lot of accolades, a lot of
virtual
awards.
film festivals.
Yeah. So it was, and then critical response was really good. Almost all positive reviews.
Shit.
It's a little surprising because it seems like the kind of movie that would be really divisive, where you either kind of pick up on the tone it's going for, or you just find it incredibly obnoxious.
Yeah! God damn it, lady, go back to your shrimp basket. Mind your own f***ing business. You can f*** off now.
It's one of those that wins you over. That could start off as potentially being obnoxious, but then it worms its way into your heart.
It's funny you say that. It might take people a while to warm up to it because I loved it from the first minute.
Yeah.
This is one of the funniest. I can't remember the last time I watched a movie where I was laughing out loud so regularly. It dwindles as the movie goes along, and it kind of becomes more, in its own weird way, heartfelt. But the early stuff is so vulgar and so aggressively vulgar. That's what I mean. I could see it turning people off.
sandwich, retard.
But it always feels like it's with a purpose. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, like the early 2000s comedies where everything's just like,
Oh yeah.
like shock value or for a cheap laugh. Like, it all feels like it's coming from a point of view, which is...
There we go.
It's just this incredibly angry punk rock guy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mad at the world, and the whole movie kind of reflects his point of view.
Yeah.
Everybody is exaggerated to the point of being comedic, and everybody is so incredibly vulgar.
Shove it up your ass, Lou. You're always about to...
Well, we're surrounded by all of our toys, just like our characters on the Nerd Crew are. How critical. Hello, Jay.
Was that your big intro?
That was my big intro. No, it's not. Welcome to Mike and Jay Talk About.
We're back in the waiting room, which means it's that time again where we make a video that'll get a quarter of the views that our normal videos get.
1/8 of the views.
But you know what? If it gets some more people to watch the movie we're going to talk about,
Sure.
then it'll be worth it.
So this video is an addendum to our Kyle Gallner triple feature spectacular video, which came out last year, where we praise the recent works of film icon Kyle Gallner.
Yes.
And the reason being, I went down a Kyle Gallner rabbit hole. So I watched all these Kyle Gallner films, and of course, as we explain in our Kyle Gallner triple feature spectacular, Jay's history with Kyle Gallner. He was his stand-in. Well, not. He was going to be his stand-in on the...
I was hired to be a stand-in, and I did it for about half a day.
Yeah. Well, you showed up.
I showed up,
And
and then I never showed up again.
but I watched, I think, 4 Kyle Gallner films, and I recommended them to you. You watched 3, and for some reason passed on Dinner in America. I don't know why.
I thought we didn't know about it yet when we did that
No, I
episode.
had seen it.
Oh, okay.
And,
See, I don't even remember you mentioning that, because what happened was that episode came out, and then I started to see people recommending, like, oh, if you like Kyle Gallner stuff, you should see this movie, Dinner in America.
Right.
And that kept coming up. So I didn't realize you had seen it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I did watch it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, watch, I think we discussed that 2 would be weird,
Yeah.
4 would be too many, and that it should be a triple feature spectacular.
Yeah, well, and the 3 that we did all came out right around the same time. Dinner in
Yes.
America is a couple years older.
I think we might have dismissed it because of the release date, because it came out in 2020. I think it was a pandemic disaster, basically.
I mean, that might attribute to the fact that a lot of people haven't heard of it, which is why we're here today.
Yeah.
Hey, Kara, how you doing?
I bought the UK Blu-ray.
Hasn't crashed yet.
It doesn't have a US release, but all the bonus features on it are like Film Fest Q&As, but it's all during 2020, so it's all over Zoom. It's virtual film festivals, and it's all right out of our recent Nerd Crew video.
Zoom Nightmare.
Zoom nightmare of talking over each other and technical problems.
And everybody can hear me, yeah? Sure, yeah. Can everyone hear each other? Someone still has, JP, you have a strange...
Don't worry, it could crash at any second. The longest this has gone without crashing is 50 minutes. I was able to stream this for 50 minutes without it before it crashed once.
It's just a coincidence, because I just watched this stuff like yesterday.
They're sleeping.
Shit is crazy. He's funny. He's half deaf. So I had my door closed. The other was walking forward.
But the point being, this was a movie that came out a couple years ago, right in my kind of wheelhouse, but I hadn't even heard of it. And I don't think a lot of people have, because of the time it came out.
Yeah.
Just lots of movies kind of fell through the
Holy
cracks at that
shit.
time,
I think so.
which is a shame, because I loved it. Fuck!
I looked at the box office, and it made, worldwide, it made $22,000.
Oh my lord.
And it was only released in the Netherlands.
Hmm.
And that might be a pandemic situation where all the movie theaters weren't.
They ended up just putting it on streaming, and we don't know what it made from that, of course.
Right. But it has a lot of wins from film
Jesus.
festivals, probably most of which were online at the time. But a lot of
the
accolades
year of
up,
virtual
awards.
film festivals.
Yeah. So it was, and then critical response was really good. almost all positive reviews.
That's a little surprising, because it seems like the kind of movie that would be really divisive, where you either kind of pick up on the tone it's going for, or you just find it incredibly obnoxious.
Yeah! God damn it, lady, go back to your shrimp basket, mind your own f***ing business. You can f*** off now.
It's one of those that wins you over, that could start off as potentially being obnoxious, but then it worms its way into your heart.
It's funny you say that. It might take people a while to warm up to it, because I loved it from the first minute.
Yeah.
This is one of the funniest. I can't remember the last time I watched a movie where I was laughing out loud so regularly. It dwindles as the movie goes along, and it kind of becomes more, in its own weird way, heartfelt. But the early stuff is so vulgar and so aggressively vulgar. That's what I mean when I could see it turning people off.
Ah, fuck! Where'd you get this dumb fucking sandwich, retard?
But it always feels like it's with a purpose. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, like the early 2000s comedies where everything's just like,
Oh yeah.
like shock value or for a cheap laugh. Like, it all feels like it's coming from a point of view, which is Kyle Gallner's character is just this incredibly angry punk rock guy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mad at the world, and the whole movie kind of reflects his point of view.
Yeah.
Everybody is exaggerated to the point of being comedic, and everybody is so incredibly vulgar.
Shove it up your ass, Lou. You're always about to call the fucking cops. You order something or take a fucking hike. Jesus fucking Christ, Lou. Just get the coffee. I'm gonna track down the Mexican who made it and fucking kill his family.
May I see a second form of ID?
No. You. Don't be a I don't want to fucking talk about it. You junkie
It's a take on a classic kind of movie format. It's not star-crossed lovers, but Kyle Gallner plays a very angry punk in kind of the bland Midwest. I think it takes place in Michigan.
It was shot in Detroit, yeah.
So it's like this almost caricature of like suburban America, where it's like everyone is. You've got the football
Damn.
dad and his son with the bad haircut. You've got the two.
How do I change? Oh.
Suburban housewives that are just like programmed in their life.
Son of a bitch.
And then you've got like the teens.
I don't know how to
guys
zoom.
and their girlfriends, and it's just like everyone is like. And then you've got these Kyle Gallner.
Oh, there we go.
A very angry, rebellious type. And then the polar opposite is Patty, who's her own social outcast.
And eventually they meet and a romance is formed, and that's the premise of the movie.
That's the premise.
We won't give too much away. About
Son of a
specifics, but
bitch.
At a certain point, there's some extreme coincidences that kind of make you realize they have a stronger bond than even they realized at first.
Right.
But yeah, those early scenes with him talking to her, you're almost scared for her because he is so angry and so aggressive.
Well, she's like the
Get out of the fucking way.
Venom.
Yeah.
Like, he's so like hostile, and he wants to like just destroy and shake everybody up, and he's so angry, and she's just like immune to it. And he's like prodding her, and she's just like, what? And
Too innocent to even understand that she should be intimidated by
yes,
him.
and that's his attraction or intrigue into her. He wants to antagonize her. It's like his nature.
Yeah.
But she's like she has complete immunity to it because she's so, let's say, naive. I think the movie. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think the movie she's meant to be something special. But it's never quite
Son of a bitch.
said. What if like an angry, violent punk rock guy fell in love with a special, very special girl?
Sure.
And that's an amazing concept from the beginning to see how that would work.
Yeah.
And it does it perfectly. And like you said, the first.
These SOBs and Friday the 13th PC Online have unlimited pocket knives and healing sprays. Motherfuckers.
He's been heavily medicated in a pharmaceutical trial.
So, yeah, just because he needs money to make money.
He's making scratch.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he talks like a 58-year-old man, and it just comes off.
What am I listening to while I'm watching Red Letter Media's new video?
You see old like tube TVs with the wood frame around them, and
It's timeless almost because it's just about outcasts in society. So the time frame doesn't matter too much, but
2 rounds down, hasn't crashed yet.
it's very like Badlands. It has that sort of like indie.
And I'm playing it on my little monitor, which it wasn't able to do before.
It would be like a classic.
Because I have like my TV up here, and here I have like a 15-year-old computer monitor.
see that.
Oh, sure.
But the movie I was thinking of more was Ghost World,
Right.
especially with the way every character is sort of an exaggeration.
With I have an adapter on the HDMI
Type of person.
so that I could hook it up to this.
The opening, but the bored housewife who just immediately starts hitting on Kyle Gallner for probably no reason other than boredom. And
Well,
her husband in the other room just like yelling racial slurs at the TV as he's rooting for the football game. It all just like paints this perfect portrait of this like exaggerated suburbia. It's so great.
The two sets of parents, Leah Thompson and her husband, he's just like angry football dad, and she when she wants to seduce Kyle Gallner's character, she turns on the record player. She's like, let's dance. So she has more of a need for the romance or the femininity that she's possessing. But
And the whole time Kyle Gallner is so angry and off-putting. There's no reason she should have to be
she's
seducing
allured by it. And then and Patty's mom and dad, the mom is the alpha in the house, and Pat Healy, the
God damn it.
Who was also in Ghost World.
He's like the diminutive kind of like pathetic husband character. But yeah, the time frame doesn't matter. I think he says something like, do you want to play a show in a sea of cell phones, when they're talking about like kind of selling out and going tour with a bigger band. And really that's it. They use tape decks, and they have the old tube TV, like you said, and she's got a record player and a Polaroid, and there's no like.
Oh yeah, there's cassette tapes too.
Yeah,
She plays off of that.
Yeah, and all of his recording equipment is like analog, and there's no laptops. No one takes out a cell phone, so I think it's just sort of like that's.
Fuck you, cunt. God damn it.
Senka.
In the first 15 minutes of the film, we have drooling, vomit, simulated finger fucking with roast beef, the offer for a blowjob, the F word.
After dinner, that's what made me laugh about that line, was the bluntness of, you want to come over for dinner? I'll blow you after.
Right. The F word, the N word, the R word.
Many times.
The C word, smoking, which is, pretty risque nowadays. Sucker, catcher, sucking, pervert, punk. We have some arson.
Yes.
Accusations of sexual assault, ass grabbing, aggressive making out, throwing a turkey, smashing a window, a rotting dead cat, and then a homeless man taking a dump in an alley.
Yes.
So all that squeezed into the first 15 minutes of the movie.
And like I said, it never feels
Damn
like
it.
it's done just for like cheap laughs or cheap shock value.
No.
It really like paints this world, and the world that these two characters are living in, which is why, even though Kyle Gallner's character is so like pissed off and manipulative, and
I can't grab them because a lot of these SOBs cheat or mod the game in their favor.
Yeah. He's like a record.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I played Friday 13th after not playing it for a year, and everybody who plays it all the time, you don't stand a chance against them. They run around you in circles, making you look like an asshole.
Do you hate me, Bill? And then the best line is the brother with the worst haircut in the world just says, "What's wrong with your hair?"
the Prince Valiant haircut,
Yes.
or whatever that is.
Yes, Prince Valiant. Not Valiant. Prince Valium. Like the drug, because he's a bore.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that a joke in Spaceballs?
It's Spaceballs, yeah.
Okay.
He's always yawning. Prince Valiant.
Prince Valiant. Yeah.
Prince Valiant is like noble and
Right.
but
that haircut, yeah.
But Mel Brooks calls him Prince Valium because he puts you to sleep. That's the genius of Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks
Rest
is
in
dead?
peace.
Oh, he's still alive, Mike.
Now when this video comes out, he's being drugged in the beginning of his own accord, his own will, of course. And then the girl, Patty, is also heavily medicated too. She's got her like little thing of all these pills. It's a sort of like the parallels between them. And of course he sells drugs and he probably uses them too. But so they're societal outcasts.
And the recurring motif of the dinner, I mean the title, Dinner in
Yes,
America.
the dinner motif.
The opening dinner scene, and then he has multiple dinner scenes with her family, because that's the kind of classic American tradition, very old-fashioned.
Yeah, I never, the thing about Friday 13th, I never got even decent at it. I was just in a panic, whether I was Jason or the counselors, just panicking the whole time.
Food, and that's how it ends as well. Yeah, so that's the motif, and then they go on the date. That's where they first kiss. When they get the Hawaiian burgers. My favorite is the owner of the pet shop. He gets beat up. And there's a little, like, I assume that he's going to beat up the cat to his face on the bus. But it takes you for a little twist. They beat the shit out of him. And then it just cuts to him. He goes to the truck and they're doing something at the gas station. And then the car cuts. And he gets these giant steering wheel. And he says, "Fuck up! I'm trying to fucking stop it!" It just like hits you with all these great, crazy lines that just make you burst out laughing.
There's an art to vulgarity when it's done correctly.
Yeah, I really like the scene when she's trying to get her parents to let her go see the show. She wants to see the Alliance, which is the more, I guess, mainstream
The
band.
mainstream sellout band.
They're the sellout band, and the father is and then the mom is, I don't know about these oh my gosh, what is she say?
Gotcha, bitch.
New York hallucinating. Immediately jumps to conclusions based on absolutely no information. You just shut her down, and that's her like existence.
But yeah, that's when you mentioned John Waters, some of that dialogue, where it's not even the lines, it's the way they're delivered.
Yeah.
Like the opening of John Waters' restaurant review. I know it's the same thing.
Shit.
Just screaming out of the window at these children neighbors. It's just like that constant anger. There's something so funny about it. It's so over the top. Well, and this movie captures a bit of that.
Yeah, I think too. It's like the movie is punk rock, and it's interesting because it's antithetical almost based on like you would say, okay, this punk rock guy in a band falls in love with let's say simple girl.
Yes. A shy nerdy.
I think the computer might be fixed.
Nerdy girl who's very socially awkward, right?
It's at 3-4 rounds now.
What kind of movie would you picture? I'd picture like, okay, show the shy nerdy girl at school, and someone gives her a flyer to a show, and she shows up, and we see the band playing, and then she gets pushed around, and she tries to talk to the band, they're fuck off, and you know, you have interactions back.
Yeah, also, if you have a console,
In this, you don't even know.
it usually doesn't get hopelessly broken in a mystery
I
way.
like the fact that you would think in a typical movie she would be into classical music. Or
In a
something.
mystery way that's impossible to fucking figure out unless you put in a different $300 part, and then you still don't even know what exactly was fucking wrong with it.
That's all shot like flat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I think that counterbalances the aggressive vulgarity. Is the fact that
I fucking hate computers. I'm getting better at them, but Jesus Christ. So soul crushing.
Symmetrical framing of everybody. He's always angry walking.
The bus stop, the lonely bus stop, all by itself. There's several bus stop shots, I think. I know it's the same one, but then there's the Kane Suburbia. The shot where he's walking across the screen left to right, and it's like rotting parking lot. Leaves coming out into the background, so it's quirky glass.
And I'm watching all these fucking YouTube videos with all these fixes and different things you could try to get the fucking computer to work. And there's so many comments of just people just like, oh, I just bought a brand new computer and it's blue screening on me like 5 times as soon as I turn it on. And I'm like, God damn it. What a nightmare. You know, like smartphones, I've never had my Android devices fuck up like that, like computers do. I mean, sure, there's a lot more variables.
Also, they go to that arcade, and the first time he's at the arcade, he's like using the shooting game.
People always say PC Master Race, but in regards to multiplayer and co-op and cheat. Yeah, and people cheat on the computers, like you were saying.
And so then the next time we see the arcade is when he's actually having a heart. And he's like, you actually see him smile and laugh. And the first time it's, the function of the arcade is utilitarian for his drug deal. And the next time it's actually personally enjoying it. So you know that she's made an impact on him. Lots going on.
And it's set, that scene is set to like a nice song. It's not like a punk rock song.
Right.
It's like a grungy song. It's very melodic.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Yes, because there's some changes between both characters as a movie should they are truly dynamic characters.
Almost as good as anything
Almost as dynamic as TREAMLAB.
While my character in the movie may be able to see the future, I know that when you see my way, you will
Two dynamic characters, perhaps lovers from different ends of the social spectrum come together in an unconventional, funny black movie that is not playing by the rules, but
Run away.
And the music is like the actual scale for the music isn't like crazy punk rock music. It's more like electronic music.
it's like drum and bass stuff.
It's very like driving, but it's not.
It's
not.
perfect because it's again opposite. Someone would say, well, okay, we're gonna have all these like classic punk rock songs playing throughout, or punk rock riffs, and it's like it's the music that he says is disgusting and terrible. Almost this drum and bass. Yeah, your inclination would be like punk rock, or certain sort of
Go figure, I got like 4 or 5 people watching me right now, and the title of the stream is just Test.
Yes.
It does its own thing.
But yeah, and that's something the movie really captures well, is that feeling of kind of aimlessness in your early 20s. Aimless and angry at the world, just wandering around town.
No, it is sort of aimless. It's a character movie. It's not really about,
What are you guys doing?
stakes or a big story. There's a plot between the band, and
It's almost the opposite of Stakes, because they're opening for the mainstream band, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. In another movie, they'd be like, this is our big chance.
And to me, I always find that sort of like
Shit.
I find it sort of interesting, you're still not around, why are you playing shows? Why don't you just play in your garage to yourself? Why do you have an audience? You want people to appreciate our music. You want more people to come to a show. It always just seems like bullshit to me, and I never really cared for that, but
That's what the plot of the movie SLC Punk with Matthew Lillard is about, that
a
contradiction.
little bit of that.
You look like you're on the You look like hot.
And we'll talk about both of them are great.
There's obviously this first Kyle Diamond part of it. I don't know if that's just actress. Stebbins? Because I was like, the minute she started like slang dancing in the room so awkwardly, I was like, who is this? And,
Damn it.
Nothing I've ever seen before, but yeah. She's great at portraying this completely believable, odd, nerdy girl without it coming across too ridiculous.
Son of a bitch. What the fuck?
Endearing than that, and like I said, she kind of balances him out.
But and his performance is I think it's the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was definitely the best performance I've seen by Kyle Gallagher. Even like his body movements, like the way he walks.
Yeah.
He's like a shark or something. Like he's so like forceful, and just everything needs to get out of my way. He's just like walking through a parking lot.
He can't do anything the way a normal person. There's a scene where when he eats all the pills, the next morning he wakes up and he's like hanging off the bed, like his head's off the edge of the bed, and he just rolls off the bed backwards. You know? And it's like, that's a
Damn it.
by someone.
Right.
Instead of just kind of sitting up and going, oh man, my head, you know, he just like falls off the bed. And everything he does is just like bizarre and angry and forced and sort of with some kind of like purpose or display.
Yeah.
The only character / casting that I did not like was the rock concert promoter. He comes off like on a central casting. He's got like the leisure suit on and his new sleazy rock promoter. And normally that would be just some other guy that works there, who's probably around the same age and is into that kind of music and has like a dirty band t-shirt on. He would be the promoter.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of like that was the movie thing. Like that's a movie, like it was cliche. Like, ew.
I was gonna say, in a movie filled with comical
The fuck?
in place of characters, I'm okay with that.
I know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And like if we're talking percentiles, 100% A+ film, that's like 0.003 of the percentage of the film. Like the concert promoter is sleazy leisure suit wearing leisure suit Larry as the concert promoter is too cliche. He looks like the guy you buy a knockoff watch from in like Times Square in the 80s. You know?
Fuck.
Knockoff watches here. I told you 2 weeks ago, I'm making you fucking proud of this. Fuck you.
Alright.
And then two other things, and these are in almost every movie. And they're almost like nitpicks or pet peeves of mine. And it has to do with editing and shooting. It's the she has a brand new juice box, and she drinks out of it and makes the slurping sound.
Well, you gotta do the good slurping sound. You gotta do the slurping
Not
sound.
the movie was better. Someone gets a brand new soda, it's full to the brim, and they drink it and it makes a slurping sound because you have to put a sound effect in there. And I'll see you better than this movie. No slurping sound effect. And
Holy fucking shit.
There's a scene earlier on when he pops some pills and he chews them. Tough guy chewing pills. I hate that because no one does that. Even the toughest of tough guys who can't chew pills. It would taste utterly disgusting and totally ruin it because it's supposed to absorb slowly. I think the best example of this.
Grrr!
Well, you gotta mention that. Now I gotta go source that movie and get a clip from it.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but I saw it on TV for a moment. And he's out, he just got home from Daredevil. And he gets in a bathtub of ice, I think, and he's like, and he takes a pile of vegetables and he throws them in his mouth. And he chews them up. Because that cooler, visually, then taking a vitamin and it's good. You know how, if you ever shoot a Tylenol on accident, you know how fucking disgusting that? We didn't talk about Turbo. How he's like tightly wound.
That's not even a concept of being kind of cliche. How Dalton introduces him drugs. And then it loosens him up, he got some other girl over.
Yeah.
You have the comical scene where, the parents accept the drugs. That's the only thing that gets into sort of cliche.
Fuck! Where'd you assholes come from?
It's almost like him,
He's loosening up this tight-knit family.
yeah.
That's such a minor part of the overall story.
It works better than the alternate to that would be the mom and dad get wind that she's at the concert with that punk rock band, and then they show up and say, Mason, you go to the car right now. The parents are keeping the car. That's like where the parents become the antagonists to their relationship. That's also, but they
don't do that, but also like the drunk
just
scene.
take their pants off.
They just take their pants off. You don't have the comedy scene. I always take the drug comedy scene.
Excuse me.
Oh, the parents took drugs and now they're doing crazy things. Like, no, they're just sitting on
God
the
damn
couch
it. Oh fuck, get away from me.
hands off.
Get away from me.
Talking to them for like a few minutes, and then she just realizes she's like, yeah, exactly. They just get pacified immediately, and it's not about them, and there's no bigger story with the parents. It's just
Kind of movie you don't see a lot of anymore. It feels like both a 70s movie and a 90s movie.
Right.
In one.
Right. It didn't care. It did whatever it wanted to. And,
Shit, they're winning.
and you don't see that too often.
Ooh.
I always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaves were there.
So how are you feeling about that?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
I
shit.
appreciate that, and I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living.
I think at first
I was deeply disappointed.
The slave thing was a bummer.
It's a bummer.
I know, but still.
Golden reparations, by the way, so y'all can stop texting me and emailing me and saying that I'm a white girl and that I don't deserve reparations. That I still believe that. I don't know when certain American people tell her she was a white girl. Okay, it's too much to like clean off your television screen. Yeah, that's a lot. So I still believe in reparations. I still believe this country has a lot to do in terms of racial justice. But what I will say to answer your question is that I feel that I'm enriched by knowing that history. I'm enriched, and I'm enriched by knowing that my family has come so far from being enslaved to my mother marrying my father in 1960.
Oh, yeah.
I feel enriched. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican. You know, half Puerto Rican.
Super Sweeper Dry Cloth scrap dust and hair and lock it away. Better than the broom. Love it or you run it back.
Hey, denizens of the internet, Lord Eli recently dropped a tweet on his X, which included a document titled Disney's General Entertainment Content Inclusion Standard. This was initially portrayed as a secret leak, but the document has been available online for a good while, including an ABC network version, Disney's own ABC. The World of Belonging has been on Disney's website for also a good long time. The fact that it has been a part of Disney's existential existence actually makes this even more scary. So while this is not the big gotcha it was initially thought to be, it is still very disruptive on multiple fronts. One, it's clear what is driving Disney's creative decision. Two, how many other studios are doing the same thing? Third, based on this and what is happening in the educational sphere across North America, especially here in Canada, it's clear to me that DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusivity, is absolutely not about diversifying people. It's about curtailing diversity of thought. First, I want to briefly go through this inclusion standard document. On the left here, you can see the title, Standard A. On-screen representation. At least 3 of the following 5 areas need to be met to fulfill Standard A.
Holy shit.
Creative leadership. At least 3 of the 6 needed. Standard C, below the line, which means the people who actually do the production. 2 out of 5. Standard D, industry access and career development. 3 out of 6. Let's just deal with Standard A and a bit of D, as they kind of repeat. What we have here is a quota system. At some point, that was actually considered a bad thing. Not anymore. Anyway, A1 character. 50% or more of regular and returning written characters come from underrepresented groups. A2 actors. 50% or more of regular and recurring actors come from underrepresented groups. It's hard to say. A3, secondary characters, meaningful inclusion of underrepresented groups as secondary or more minor on-screen individuals, including background actors. A4, series premise, meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in overall themes and narratives. A5, episodic storytelling, ongoing meaningful integration of underrepresented groups.
And look at that. I've made it through my whole playlist. How long did I stream? 49? Fuck. Last time it crashed, it was at 50 minutes. But I don't know, I think it worked pretty good.
Episodic directors come from underrepresented groups. So, what do you think? At face value, wanting more diversity is a fine and noble goal. A quota system, however, is problematic on several fronts. Where does merit factor into it?
Let's do
Also,
one.
The studio is doing nothing else but agonizing over this. Then the people they hired will be making this.
Yeah, we already did this one.
Over creative decisions. Now, match that up with the insistence that gay actors have to
Oh,
play
and that didn't crash the computer either, so the Battlefront stream was a success. I'll probably start playing this here and there on the fly. I'm gonna end this stream though, and it's almost 5. I'm gonna play a little bit of Arkham Asylum because I'm really into that right now. And but yeah, good news. Good news for me. Good news for the channel. I could probably mess around with some more computer games now, so that's good. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back in a few minutes with some Batman. Hit that bong for notification. Fucking follow me if you're watching on Twitch. I'll be back. Goodbye.